I called 911, but the operator didn't ask what was wrong. They just said, "Sir, it's right behind you." I froze. At first, I thought it was some kind of sick joke, a prank, maybe a glitch in the system. Because I hadn't said a single word yet, I was just standing in my kitchen, phone pressed against my ear, trying to figure out why my house suddenly felt wrong. When everything is quiet, but it doesn't feel peaceful. It feels like something is watching you. That's why I called. But now, I wasn't sure I should have. "Sir," she whispered again, "don't turn around." Her voice had changed. It wasn't calm anymore. It wasn't professional. It sounded scared. "Mom, what do you mean?" I asked. There was a pause. And then static, not normal static. It sounded like breathing. Slow, heavy, right into the phone. But I wasn't breathing like that. "Can you see it?" she asked. My heart started racing. "See what?" I said. Another pause. Then she said something I'll never forget. "The thing standing behind you." I wanted to turn around. Every instinct in my body was screaming at me to look. But something in her voice stopped me. "Listen to me carefully," she said. "Whatever you do, do not look behind you." I could feel it now. Not hear it, not see it, but feel it. Like the air behind me was heavier, colder, like something was there, close enough to reach out and touch me. "Mom, send someone, please," I said. Another pause. Then she whispered, "They won't make it in time." That's when I heard it. A sound right behind me. Not footsteps, not movement. A voice, soft, broken, right next to my ear. "You called them." My entire body locked up. The operator gasped. "Sir, it knows you called." I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. "Stay on the line," she said quickly. "Do not respond to it." But it was too late. Because whatever was behind me wasn't just standing there anymore. What's Gloker's? Closer. I could feel something brushing against my shoulder. Cold, not human. "Mom, how do you know this?" A pause. Then, "Because you're not the first one." My grip tightened. "What happens to them?" Silence. Then she whispered. They stopped responding. Suddenly, the line cracked. "Wait," she said. "Your call location just updated." What? Another pause. "Then this call isn't coming from your house." My breath stopped. Wasn't coming from my house. Then, who was holding the phone? And right behind me, a voice whispered, Now turn around. The line went silent. No static. No breathing. Just nothing. And for a moment, I thought it was over, until I felt it again, right behind me. Some calls are never meant to be answered. Some voices are not meant to be heard. And sometimes, the moment you ask for help is the moment it finally finds you. Welcome to Noxmare. Ma'am, I whispered. What is it? There was a pause. Then she said, "It's not inside your house." I frowned. What do you mean? Her voice trembled. It's been with you this whole time. My heart dropped. That's not possible. Then she asked, when was the last time you felt completely alone? I couldn't answer. Mom, how do you know this? A pause. Then, because you're not the first one. My grip tightened. What happens to them? Silence. Then she whispered. They stopped responding. Suddenly, the line cracked. Wait, she said. Your call location just updated. What? Another pause. Then, this call isn't coming from your house. My breath stopped, wasn't coming from my house. Then, who was holding the phone? And right behind me, a voice whispered, now turn around.